guess what? Today is the very first time that I'm watching Red Velvet. Whoa. Whoa. Hi, I'm Brittany. I work in the Hollywood entertainment industry. I'm a creative director. I work with brands, celebrities, and influencers, and I make all of their cool visual content come to life. And I've been doing this for 15 years. Come on, follow me. You, me, going on a carnival ride to Red Velvet Land. Do you smell that tea? Because this is Red Velvet Land. In the beginning of the video, they're already starting with the symmetry again, as they do in a lot of the K-pop videos I've seen. This is a great way to open a video, so it's visually pleasing and it draws you into a focal point.
Are you ready for this? Zimzalabim!
Before they start the video, they introduce all of the members of the band, and then they also do an establishing shot of what the setting is going to be in the video. So we know that they're at some kind of festival carnival thing, and then they do some B-roll shots of cool things that are in there. Obviously these are maybe CGI work, but it's kind of like a surrealism kind of world that they're going into, and we kind of can get that from the establishing shots. They're using green screen and CGI here, and that gives you the question of what is and what if. A mixture between live action and CGI things and fantasy is pop surrealism. I mean, it's a very K-pop thing, but pop surrealism and lowbrow art are kind of similar to this. It's kind of like a movement in art where there are artists like Mark Ryden and Cookie Nam Nam, you can look them up on Instagram, are doing this kind of feel in a painting or in a sketch. It's beautiful. It's my favorite kind of art. I think you guys would love it. You should really check it out. Lowbrow and pop surrealism.
Zimzalabim, 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 zimzalabim. 어머 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 활짝 웃는 널 봐. 너무 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 깜짝 놀랐지 마. 그게 바로 너야. 주문을 외는 순간 누구든 행복해져.
So obviously they rode a roller coaster into a teacup, and now they're all sitting in the teacup and they're in this kind of candy land. This is the second act of the video. The story's done in a really metaphorical way. You don't notice that a storyline is happening because there's so many crazy visuals going on, but there is something that's cohesive happening. So the roller coaster is going into a teacup and then they end up in a teacup and now they're drinking tea. You don't always have to have a storyline in a music video. I think it adds an element of wonder to something like this. And if this was a drug trip, this would be the other videos I've watched are just kind of all about the visuals and like there's symbolism behind it, but there's no like real like story arc where there's a thing that's happening. There's a setting and there's a concept and there's a mood and visuals and style, but without the strong story arc. While there's probably meaning behind the funhouse set and the plane set, it's a nice, they complement each other and you can really differentiate what's going on because one has bright colors and patterns and textures and the other one is monochromatic and smooth. Also notice they're both symmetrical, like the sets themselves are symmetrical and then the shots can kind of move around. They picked a color palette, and this is for another portion of the music video, and they used all those same colors for each set. they're doing jump cuts to each different set, but it doesn't make you feel overwhelmed because they're using the same color palette in each. It's just a different format. It's like they're using all of the tools to keep you interested in a different way this time. This could have all been done in one soundstage where they're all in one room and there's different areas within the same place, all built at the same time, so they use the same paints and all that kind of stuff.
Zimzalabim, 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 zimzalabim.
The camera movement, the quick jump cuts, the CGI, and the filters that they're using in editing are all contributing to the high energy of this part of the video, which is the high energy part of the song too. They're matching the energy of the visuals to the energy of the song, and if this was a drug trip, this would be the crazy part of it. And the story arc, as far as the writing goes, no matter what the story is about, whether it's about going to a carnival ride, going on some like crazy roller coaster, and like going into a magical land, or going on a drug trip, the story arc is in the correct spot. The climax of the story is now. Now it's a lulled kind of part of the song. So the CGI and the colors and the camera movement, they're all slowed down to match the slowed down part of the song and maybe part of the drug trip. So this is, again, with the story arc, this is after the peak. So now this is like part of the resolve. The CGI is still in full effect. Now we've transitioned into a part of the song where it's very energetic still, but in a more calm way, and it's less tense. The high energy part of the song was more about movement and quick things and flashing lights and bright red nervous colors, and now we're in the blues with the floating fish and the elephants and stuff, and with the story arc, or if this is about a drug trip, it's calm and hallucinations and stuff now. At the end of the video is all about recapping the entire thing. And they end up in a symmetrical white box. The professionals behind this video really spent a lot of time to get the visuals to convey the concept. It really entertains you whether or not you understand the storyline of the video, or storylines, or layered onion storylines. And it just is done so well. In a good video like this with a storyline, there's something in it for everyone, whether you want to go in and see the symbolism, whether you want to do your own interpretation, whether you want to try to break down all the little bits and pieces or the storyline, there's something in there for everyone. And there is a surface level where you can just say, wow, this is a fun video and it looks great and it keeps your attention the whole time. Or you can go and be like, wow, I love this storyline. Buttholes, if you need help with your social media, I've linked my Facebook group below and I can coach you in there personally. And there are a lot of other great people in the community who can help you also. It's magic. Like and subscribe and check out this video. Going on another butthole ride here. Whoa. Guys, there are so many videos that came out at the same time. Watch another one of them here.